This time next week, we'll be awaiting those election results. Will President Trump earn a second term, or will former VP Joe Biden be our next leader? President Trump held a rally today in Lansing to drum up support in a state polling now shows sides with Biden. Here's political reporter Rick Albin.
The president talked to a big crowd here in Lansing, trying to close the deal again for the state of Michigan like he did 4 years ago. He kept reminding the crowd of what he believes would happen if his opponents win.
And the radical Democrats want to pack the Supreme Court with far-left justices who will shred our Constitution, abolish the Second Amendment, terminate religious liberty, shield violent criminals, and regulate your economy into oblivion.
Among the things the president said he had done for Michigan was to create the USMCA that replaced NAFTA, something he said his opponent supported.
Biden was a cheerleader for NAFTA. You got killed by NAFTA. A catastrophe for the auto industry and for your state. Following NAFTA, 1/3 of the auto jobs left and they went to Mexico.
So how important is Michigan? For an electoral path to come together for the Trump team, it would likely mean a win in 2 upper Midwest states. The president seemed to underline how much he thinks he needs this one.
It's 32 degrees out here and it's freezing and it's raining, and I'm just trying to keep up with the tough people of Michigan, that's all.
To get to 270 electoral votes to win a second term, it seems the president almost certainly would have to win 2 upper Midwestern states. He's counting on Michigan as one of those. In Lansing, Rick Albin, News 8.
Rick, thank you. Lansing was President Trump's first campaign stop of the day. He also held a rally in Wisconsin and is expected to speak later tonight in Nebraska. The First Lady spent the day campaigning in Pennsylvania, while Vice President Pence swung through North and South Carolina. The Biden campaign taking a different tactic, making multiple stops in one state instead of hopping around. Biden did 2 events in Georgia, while his VP pick, Senator Kamala Harris, is scheduled to hold 2 events in Nevada. Former President Barack Obama also on the campaign trail today, stumping for Biden in Florida. With 1 week left before Election Day, the polls still show Biden with an advantage. Real Clear Politics says polling averages has Biden up 9 points here in Michigan, 50.6 to 41.6. That lead has stretched from 7 points over the last 2 weeks. The former vice president is also polling well in several swing states. The latest RCP averages has him up 5.5 points in Wisconsin, 3.8 points in Pennsylvania, but that number has slipped slightly in recent weeks. He's also up about 2 points in Arizona and 4.6 in Nevada. 4 states are firmly in the toss-up category: Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Ohio. Biden is up about a point in North Carolina, with the latest polling averages saying that President Trump up by a fraction of a point in the other 3.